In a remote village in Ghana, Africa, I found a guy who teaches computers to children that have no computers. How? By drawing the screen on a blackboard, the buttons, the mouse, the Microsoft Word, and his students follow his lead step by step.
If you think that's crazy, wait till you hear the end of this story.
I'm Richard and I love teaching computers.
Richard grew up in a poor town in Ghana where most people like him cannot afford computers. So for 20 years of his life, he grew up without technology. The minute he saw a computer, he knew this little box could change the world.
My first time I used computer was when I left home for the college and I was in love with the device that can do everything.
So he decided to share that with the rest of his village. He became a computer science teacher and went back to teach kids. But on his first day at his new job, he realized that everyone in his class cannot afford to buy a computer.
When I first came here, there was a computer here, but it was not working. So it was used as a TLM to teach the student, to at least let them know how the computer looks like.
With no options left, Richard decided to use the only two things he had, a chalk and a blackboard. So he started drawing a computer screen. He drew a navigation bar, a menu bar, and a mouse cursor until his blackboard looked exactly like a Microsoft Word window.
I drew every part of the computer, such as mouse, monitor, and keyboard. It wasn't perfect, but I was just giving my students a fighting chance against the kids in other parts of the world.
And in return, his students would copy his work and draw their own computers.
So that in the future, if they make enough money, they could buy a computer and know how to use it for their own careers.
Think about this for a second. This school was so poor, students were drawing computers instead of using them. After many years of doing this, Richard was discovered in the local media, and Microsoft decided to donate to his cause and give him a computer.
Yeah, Microsoft gave us 27 laptops, 27 tables and chairs, projector, a printer, and 137 school uniforms.
A few months later, the school received more computers as donations and opened up a computer lab.
Now my school has an IT lab and the town has an IT lab for everyone as well. So my students can actually use the computer, access to the internet, and have the opportunity they could have never dreamed of.
As we chase the newest apps and the newest virtual headsets and the newest Bitcoin or Dogecoin, let's not forget that half the world still doesn't have access to a simple computer, and some of them are drawing a Microsoft Word hoping to be able to afford one in the future.
The challenges are very huge because we didn't have the computer at that time. So when they get access to the real computers, they find it very difficult. When you ask them to click, some of them will even lift the mouse up.
In this part of the world, for every classroom that gets a computer, there are tens of others that don't. And we need to support people like Richard, because these are the teachers that truly change their classroom, their village, their country, and the rest of the world.